Hello and welcome back to Rottumer Island episode 2. These horses are very noisy over here and I fell down a ditch. Good start. So, what is the plan for today? I've windrowed all the straw so I can actually see it. We're still on the same month, so that's good. So we're going to start there. We're going to get that done. I've got a parking brake on. That's always useful to take that off. Right. So, I'll just put down the weight. I needed to put down that. Right. So, we're going to get this baling done. Actually. I don't know if that's the right size bale or not. I guess we'd be doing one different size bale as a test. Yeah, so we go 150s. Because that's tiny. So we'll bale all this. Get that done. And then hopefully, if we get a chance in this episode, we will get some grass cutting done. We need hay as well, so we need that done. Now, after the last episode, I stayed on a little bit longer to get this done. Then I was going through all the stuff I need. Now, I'm short on equipment. And I didn't even realise. So, I actually need a plough. I've got a cultivator. I thought I had a plough, but obviously I don't. So that's going to be a bit tricky, because my fields need ploughing. Now I could see if the next one neighbour's got one for the next episode. Let's see if I can borrow one of his. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So I can't plough this field. I can cultivate it quite easily and then skip it for this year. But we need to plant barley, because that's needing to be going into the ground this month. We need to get 2 of the 3 grass fields cut. Now, I don't know if I'll be doing that all this episode, but we'll make a good start on it. Now, I have no idea how many bales I'm going to get here. So this is going to be interesting, to say the least. Right, so if I can do a couple of rows before I get a bale done, that'd be cool. Just go down this row now. Yeah, so all this has been pre-done with the windrower. I actually pulled out the big Massey to get it done. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I've also installed something to make the game a bit more realistic, but I actually forgot that I had it installed in the last episode, because this map's been sat around for about a couple of weeks where I've been working and doing everything, so I haven't actually done anything until today. So I'm actually doing a couple of episodes today, just before Christmas. So I'll quickly get this field done and then I'll show you. I think the best option is here to skip a row. We've already got a few bales kicking around. Now I haven't got a flatbed trailer to load the bales up either, so that's something else I need. Now when I was creating the map, I had everything good to go, and I loaded it up this morning and the cow pasture wasn't there, etc. So there's probably a few tools and bits and bobs missing, but hey, we'll go with it. The combine as well, when I went to move it, it actually had straw left in it. Not straw, wheat still in the tank, only 500 or so. So I put that into my grain silo, so we got a tiny bit more than what we originally said on the last episode. Now I could have done silage bales, but I don't actually think I got a wrapper, so I can't actually do that one. But we got the bunker, so it don't really matter. There you go. We've got more bales than I was expecting, so that's absolutely brilliant. Right, so have we got all the straw around here now? I'm having to go outside the cab and slightly above just because I can't see. I'll just do this row along here. Then that's done. I might be able to finish this row as well. No, not quite. So what I'm going to have to do with these bales is pick 2 or 3 of them at a time and then drive them to the farm on the front loader and go from there. I could have used the forage wagon if I've got one to pick this up, but to be fair, I don't even know if I got one of them. So yeah, the more and more I look at the equipment, is the more and more I'm like, yeah, I need more stuff. So in hindsight, that little bit of money I got rid of at the start was probably there for that reason. But me being me, I got rid of it. So that's how the game is going to go. Right, I think I got one more route. I'm just gonna back up a bit and go again. Now I should be alright to drive this because I can see the road there. Although that screen is right in the way. That should do us, possibly. That looks like it's working. So let's click this. And even going fast, it's not having any issues. Right, can I unload this? I don't think I can. So we got 11 bales and nearly a 12th. Let me just stick flight mode on. I just want to double check I got everything. Yeah, I got everything. That's good. That means there's no excuses here for that little bit that I'm missing. So that'll have to be for the next one. Right, so let's head back. And then I'll store this. Unfortunately, I need that tiny bit more to go in this. So, got to be careful mice don't get into this. Start chewing on the bale and living in the bales like they do in real life. So, let's park her up. Hopefully that's not up against the wall. There's a little wiggle room there. So I'm going to put the tractor in here. Right. So let's run over to the JCB. Turn her on. So I have a manual tip mod on. So I can raise it at any level I want. I don't know how high this goes, but it's going to be near the top now somewhere. Yeah, so that's that height. And I can literally just have it at any height I like. Which is going to come in handy if you're in a low roofed building. There's been many a times on this game where I've hit the beams and the tractor's just flipped out and had all sorts of problems. So yeah, well, I have this cultivator here. No plough. But let me just check these seeders out. No, it's not what I wanted. I think it's this one. So I have this one. No, so it's not a direct plough. Okay. That's a shame. So if I want direct, I'm gonna have to go bigger. Well, that's in the pipeline. But, so what have we got here? Cedar. I need, what size tractor for this? I need a 50, so it's not too bad. What I gotta do is, now that I've got the straw, I need to grab that one there. Right. Now we're fully zoomed in on the map. Right, so that's good. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drive this around. And then I'll meet you back in a second. After I pick up the tractor. There you go. See you in a second. Right, so I put back big weight on the back as well. I'm just going to park this in the field for now. I need to work out what I've got in terms of volume of straw. 80,000. Okay. That's good. Right. What does the cows require? Let me jump the fence and have a look. I don't know if I need that. It's the whole 22,000. That's good. That's a good starting point. Right, so what I need to do now is I'll grab the John Deere actually. Not the John Deere. It's because I'm used to using John Deere. I'll grab this. Parking brakes are always left on. Right, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cultivate. Don't quite need a weight on this. It's not too bad. So I'm going to get this into that. Oh, I can't do that yet, can I? Ignore that plan. I've still got bales in it. Park that there. Right, don't worry about that. Grass field's looking sort of growing. We're going to cut some grass. Let me just have a quick check on my fields over here. That's ready to rock and roll. What about this little one here? Yeah, that's good to go. Right, so we're going to take this one out. Parking brakes on again. I've got to get into a habit of using that again. Right, we're going to pick this mower up here. Front wheels are still on the ground. Now, I haven't looked at all the access points to my fields. But what I will do is I'm going to work on field 60. Although I'm just going to have a quick look up. Yeah, so this has got 2 access points in, and this one has 1. So yeah, I have to come off the main road for that one. Okay, and then I can come in there, and I created the track down here. That's good. Right, so let's do the small one, I reckon. I've got so many options, why not? They're both going to be hay fields anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's the sole purpose of having these 2 fields here. Right, so we're all down. Now, this is going to be a bit tricky because the fence line, and the shape of the field, but we should be alright. So I'm going to have to windrow this field and tether it, which is going to be interesting. This is the reason why I've got a side mower instead of one that just like a butt fly one. So this is actually very useful. I'm going to just keep going around and around. How's that looking? That's looking good. I'm using the controller for this, just to make life a bit easier. Sometimes I'll have to switch back and forth, like I am right now. Right, I'm in the fence. There you go. That's more like it. That's what I like to see. I actually do this in real life on our property, which is actually quite nice. I actually enjoy it. But it's on the side of a mountain. It's a bit more treacherous. Lots of rocks, etc. So you've got to be extremely careful not to tip the tractor. Whatever I miss, I'll quickly run over again. But yeah, we're gonna cut this field this episode, and then go into the next one. It shouldn't actually take too long to do this, which is awesome. Let's just get these bits down here. So we are going really, really well. So it's not going to be long until we have the cows, but we need the preparation in beforehand. Right, I'm gonna have to touch this up because I've raced through it. It was going really, really nicely and looked really, really clean, but I sort of messed that up. How's that looking? Yeah, it's looking good now. Spin around. What I'll do is I'll sit like this so I can cut some new stuff, and then I can tidy up this bit here. Just catch that bit there. So this field hasn't taken long to do at all. I might actually have time to do the other one. Now, as far as I can tell, there's no alpha or anything like that on this map, so it's just standard crops, which is actually quite refreshing now and again. Although I do like me a bit of alpha. It's nice to get back to basics sometimes. Right, so that's that done. Alright, so windrow in this is going to be interesting. Why are you not folded? Thank you. As you can see, there's ditches between all the fields here, so it's very much like a Dutch map, I'm gonna say. Right, so, and we got Bambi in the field as well. Right. Let's lower the mowers, and off we go. Now, I want to do the grass cutting myself, just because I'd rather do it myself, and I ain't got to worry about AI crashing and getting stuck and me having to come and fix it. Whereas if I crash into the fence, I can just reverse out of it, carry on. And I feel like it'd be better if I do it. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I don't necessarily want to go all the way to the fence line, but I don't mind getting close to it. I just don't want to hit it too often, or at all, to be fair. So we get this bit done here. I'm actually planning on doing this in real life in a few hours. But I'm not going to do it right now because I'm in Australia and it's super hot, so you've got to wait for it to cool down a bit before we do this. Yes, so this is quite enjoyable for me at the moment. I'm enjoying myself. It's hard to... I feel like I was getting a bit burnt out with using everything like course play, etc. You're just relying on those tools all the time. You sort of like rely on it way too much. Whereas now I can just play the game as it was supposed to. Yes, courseplay is awesome. I guess it is like sort of realistic with the GPS if you set your fields up and you just let your tractor go. I'm not too sure. I mean, I have GPS on this one because I have the enhanced vehicle mod. That's a must for all of my let's plays, etc. So that's always installed, no matter what. Now normally it says auto drive, but one, there isn't one out for this map yet. Not that I'm too worried. And two, if you're letting the computer drive everywhere, you're running into problems a lot on most of these maps. So I just wanted to go back to basics and do all the stuff that I can myself. And if you got auto drive on everything, you don't see the whole map. I mean, look at my last series, the NF Marsh North Frisian map. That really huge map, I barely saw 10% of it. Don't get me wrong, it's a huge map. Absolute huge. Right, so I might do something a bit different here. I might go up and down the middle-ish. Something like that. And then what I'll do, drive down the middle here, turn around, go down one side, then come back up the other. So that's that. So let's line her up. So if we go down this one over here, there you go, that should be right now. And then come up the other one. It's going to be a bit tight for the first pass, but it'll be okay. We'll work with it. That's looking awesome right now. I'll get rid of that as well. You don't need to see the speed that I'm doing all the time. And all the dials. We've not actually got the tractor in fast mode either, we've just got it in standard at this point in time, which is really, really good. Right, there you go. And we're off again. See, I think this works. I should have probably done one more headland, so that I've got a bit better area to turn around. It's a bit tight when I got this mower still stuck outside. It's not too bad. So yeah, we are flying through at the moment. If I can get these two fields done this episode, that'd be awesome. That means the next episode I can windrow it or tether it. I might windrow one field off screen or do the headlands off screen and push everything into the middle and then tether it that way. Ah, right, okay. I messed up slightly there. That should have everything now. Yeah. Easy. So we're going to have a lot of hay here, but I don't know how I'm going to store it yet. Now, I don't want just like 20 cattle realistically. I want like a lot. I can't afford 50, I don't think. I can have a look, but I might have to sell some crop to do that. I mean, cows are really expensive. I might start young ones and then build them up so we're not producing milk straight away. But we'll have a look in a second. I don't want absolute tiny baby calves. I would mind like the middle ones, so they're like pretty much ready to rock and roll. Right, let's fold everything up. Let's go. So that's 2 done. Got deer in my pens. It's like in real life, they're everywhere. Right, let's pull this up here. Keep that there. Right, so I want, I've got 29 and a half. Limousines are expensive. So if I go for these, I could, 50 is a bit much. If I do 40, that'll give me wiggle room with my money. And then all I've got to do, because this holds a lot. And there will be a lot of cows in here. Because I've got the mod on for more visual animals. And the aim of this series is to build this up and fill it. And then because the barn has 22,000 straw, 90,000 food, etc. The turnover with food and straw is going to be quite high. So it's going to be flat out trying to keep up with it. That's my thought and process on it. But yeah, so, right, what we got in the stock check? I've got 31,000 so far. That's mainly because of the seeds. I've got straw, the wheat. What I could do was my JCB. Now, I don't think I'm going to need this field as grass right now. So what I could do, if I really wanted to, is plough this up. Or cultivate it. Let me just drop it down and see what happens. And this is a 3.7 acre field. Let me see what I've got on the map. See, I've just done that bit there. That's alright. So I've got a 3.6 there. 4.5 there. So if I do a couple fields of wheat, barley, etc., it should be all good. Because I've got seasons on, so in the grand scheme of things, I can only plant one a year in one field. So I can plant wheat next month and barley. So what I'll do is we'll work on this field next month. Now I can skip forward now because my harvest is done. So yeah. Anyway, that episode went flying. I wasn't expecting it to be such a long video. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Hit notification bells. What we'll do is we'll get some of these bales picked up in the next episode, so that I can potentially sort this field out. Because weeds are growing, so I'll probably cultivate this field as well. And then we'll put some lime down. Now to do that, I am going to need this. And I'm going to need to get some lime. I don't think I have any. That's fertilizer. That's liquid. So I've got seed there. Seed in there. But no lime. So I'll have to get some lime. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.